listening to the CityWorld Radio Network, high-definition digital radio broadcasting from the city to the world. www.cityworldradio.com.
Here we go. All right. So having all the business put out of the way, now we can talk and find out about my guest, Ivan Dahlia.
Okay.
So, Ivan, why don't you tell us? I know where you're from, but for the folks that are listening, where are you from originally?
I'm from Italy, South Italy, from Naples.
He's from Naples, Napoletano.
Yeah, Napoletano.
Yes. You have sisters or brothers?
Yes, I have one brother, one sister.
Are they musical also?
No, nobody plays music in the family. No.
Just you?
Yeah, just me. I'm the only one making noise at home.
I wouldn't call it noise,
No.
but I understand what you're saying. He sat down at the piano with Arturo's folks, and I really loved the way he played. And then I approached him to come and do the show, because that's what we do here. We just invite people on, and we're going to play some of his stuff in a little bit. But right now, just want to get some more information. So do you have any influences in your life, piano influences that you like?
Yeah, so musically, I started with classical music. Yeah, I did a conservatory. I studied classic piano and composition. And then when I was 14, I started to listen jazz music.
Yeah.
And blues and traditional music, ethnic music.
Yeah.
So, and I mix always the old music I listen. Yeah, the old music I know. Yeah. I like to mix it. I like to take from there and there and there. You know, because because I like to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can improvise stuff from each one of the basics that you've studied from. So you can put, because classical music is a big influence in jazz,
Yes.
And so I understand what you're saying.
Actually, the beginning of the last circle, the old Satie, Debussy, or Prokofiev a bit. I don't know. Yeah, there are some of the Debussy, Ravel. Yeah.
Everybody knows Ravel because from the movie 10. Bo Derek.
Yeah, the classical music giving me the bass,
Yeah.
The bass, how it works, the contrapunct.
Right.
Yeah, the contrapunct.
See.
And then I started to improvise music when I was the first thing I learned was the pentatonic.
Oh.
So I started to improvise blues.
Uh-huh.
And then I remember the first jazz CD I had from my father. He came at home and he brought me this present of Michel Petrucciani.
Oh my God!
A live piano solo live.
Wow!
And I remember I never heard jazz music, so I played this CD, and then I said, "But what kind of music is this? What he's doing? Where is the score?" I didn't understand. I didn't get the score. And then I remember a guy. I was on the street, talking, and a guy told me. I said, "Oh, you know what? I received a present from my father. It's a CD from Michel Petrucciani, but I don't really understand what he's playing."
Yeah.
And he told me, "Look, that music is called jazz music." So, and I started to listen every day, and my mother said, "Oh, please, I cannot anymore with this piano player. Can you change CD?"
Michel Petrucciani is a wonderful player.
Yeah.
There's a great album with him, with Steve Gadd, and it's just a beautiful. He's just such a great player, really is.
Yeah.
So that was
swing was fantastic.
Oh, he swings, yes. For sure.
Yeah.
So that was your introduction to jazz, basically.
Yes.
That's great.
And then I don't know. Yeah, all of them. Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter, and a lot of them.
A lot of, yeah. We listen to everything when you listen
I love
to
Miles Davis for the record. He's probably my favorite. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, for
Best
me, he's
players.
the boss.
Oh, he is.
He's
the
the
boss.
boss.
Oh yeah,
He's the boss.
he's a rock and roller. See, I'm a rock and roller, and Miles Davis was like the rock and roller of jazz. So,
Exactly. I like that way, rock and roll jazz. Yes, exactly. More is more.
You know what? He went to the hospital. I remember one time. I used to take care of his car because I was in the auto leasing business many years ago, and we had an inspection machine in our company, and I used to inspect a lot of cars from different people. And his chauffeur brought in his car, and we were talking, and he said, Miles is in the hospital, and when he went in, the nurse said, "Are you allergic to anything?" You know what he said?
No.
"I'm allergic to country western music." How many albums have you done? 1, 2?
I didn't.
This is your first one?
The first one is coming out in the next months. Is an album with my original composition and with a band from Italy and Germany.
Yeah.
Because I was living in Berlin 6 years.
Yeah.
So I did a mix of Berlin and Rome.
Oh, wow.
So that music we will listen this evening is a record I did at my home with my piano. It's a home studio recording.
Good.
And my composition too.
Anyway, so shall we play a cut from the
yes
CD? Which one did you want to play?
So let's play the first song. Is called Alonio. And then I will tell you something about this song.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen, folks.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. That was really pretty. And you wrote that at home. I mean, you recorded that at home.
Yes, I was, that time I was living in Berlin, and this was a recording in my home in Kreuzberg. And so the song stylistically is minimal, because Berlin is, there is a lots of minimal music.
Yeah.
They really love minimal acoustic music or that terrible techno minimal music. And so I had some influences, yeah? And so this song, the name is Alonio, because it's a game of words, because I was alone, so alone, Alonio, io is I in Italian. Yeah?
I see.
So I had a problem, I had a gig, and I wanted to bring with me my bass player, but they just wanted to give me just few money.
Just for piano.
So I said, how I do now? I want a bass. I want to listen to bass. So what I did, I started to play on the strings of the piano and to make some bass line, very simple bass line.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
So I had my left hand in the piano and the right hand on the keyboard.
Yeah, like Chick Corea.
To have this kind of effect, to listen to the bass and the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You want to talk about the folks that you have on the album?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah. If they're listening, they can, eventually they'll hear it.
Yeah. And it's... So I met this producer from Rome, in Italy.
Yeah.
And his name is Fabio Massimo Colasanti. And he's a very great guy. Yeah. He's a musician too, so he's a very strange producer, because normally they don't know nothing about music. They're beasts of music.
They're lawyers.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they're just businessmen.
Right.
And he's very cool. He's good. He's looking like an old punk guy.
Yeah.
And
like punk rock, like punk rock. Yeah.
He plays punk rock too.
Yeah.
He still has bands and making rehearsals and playing punk rock music.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love punk rock. So
yeah. And so he saw me in the television in a TV show. And he saw. I said, "Oh, wow, it's interesting. This guy. I wanna have a contact with him." So we met, and he just told me, "Okay, let me listen your music." I brought to him my compositions and the arrangements, and I brought to him 10 songs, and he said from every song, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I was like, for an artist, it's very important when somebody say, "Oh, I like your
Yeah,
music."
absolutely. Are you kidding? Yeah.
So I said, "Wow," and and he really gave me freedom. So do whatever you want, and you can decide the musicians. So I brought my band from Berlin, the bass player and the drummer. The bass player is from Cuba, Alberto Sauri, and the drummer is from Bogota, Colombia.
Wow.
His name is Javier Reis. And then there is another saxophone player from Cuba, alto saxophone, Regis Molina. And then in Italy, we invited guests like Fabrizio Bosso on the trumpet, very good trumpet player.
Yeah.
And another saxophone player, Rosario. Oh, Jesus, now I don't remember the...
Well, he's going to be mad at you.
Yeah.
You think of it, you tell us what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you a couple of questions about writing because that's the part of music that lyrically or musically always is interesting to me because the writing stuff comes from your head and it comes from space or wherever it comes from. It's just I'm so enamored of people that can write music. It's just very good that you can do that. It's a very talented part of you. So when's your best time to write? In the morning, at night, in the middle of the night? Or
I prefer the morning for everything.
Really? Okay.
Because, if I didn't came at 5 o'clock drunk at night. But normally I try to...
even there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the summer, I really don't drink. It's too hot.
Yeah.
So I prefer the morning because in the morning I'm faster.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm faster. I like to practice. I like to write music. To practice is better in the morning. Write music, even at night. But the morning I prefer for everything because you are faster.
Yeah.
The ideas they come very fast, and
So you could dream about a song and wake up and say, "This is what I want to play," right? It's some
I don't
things
dream.
come to you. You don't dream.
It comes normally. For example, I'm looking for something.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, I want to groove like a very slow groove with a fatty bass.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think about, even when I'm walking on the street, when I'm waiting a train, doesn't matter where. So
it comes to you.
It comes to me, and then
that's so remarkable to me.
Yeah. So before I have this vision, and then I change a bit.
Yeah.
And you need technique to make music, but the first thing is the vision.
Yeah.
So you have to see something, you have to feel something.
Yeah.
And normally I feel the groove.
Yeah.
For me, music is a groove.
That's true. Well, as a drummer, I totally understand.
I love drummers.
Yeah.
I love drummers.
These are the things that really perk my interest because I'm enamored of people that can just take something from nothing and write it down,
This is a miracle, Frankie.
Yeah.
Because, in the classical music, you study a lot. You do an analysis.
See.
Yeah? How do you say analysis?
Analogy, yeah.
Yeah. So you take a score and say, now I'm going to explain you why that motherfucker wrote this song.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
But you can study, you can think, but at the end, nobody knows. Even the composer doesn't know how.
Yeah.
It's... there are laws, there are rules, there are, but there is a part of it nobody knows. Yeah. And this is the miracle.
What's the miracle?
Yeah. The great thing of the creativity.
So that's great. So you get in touch with him, and you can download his tunes. He's a beautiful musician, and he has a different, unique approach to the piano, which is different than what I've heard, and I like that because it shows a lot of creativity. So that's really great. So now we have to talk about where you're going to be performing. So you have a gig coming up at where?
At Zinc Bar.
At the Zinc Bar. in New York.
Bar.
Zinc Bar. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on West 4th, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's next Wednesday, 16th of August, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Anyway, it's obvious that you love what you do. You love music. You love playing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Because that's what the goal is.
My father told me when I was a kid, he told me, you have to do what you feel, because if you don't do it, then you feel bad.
You're going to regret it. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So
Your father's very smart. So when you're doing what you love, you don't have any stress. There's always going to be some little things like money,
yeah,
you know. but for the
anyway.
most part, you know, you're having fun, right?
a lot of people don't have money. They really do a bad job.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but boring or heavy or
Right,
you know.
right.
We don't make a lot of money, but we play, we enjoy. We are always at night outside playing, drinking,
That's wonderful.
meeting nice people, and you know.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes it's heavy, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
There are worse things in the life.
That's right. Well, you have to have downs so you appreciate what the ups are all about. But you know, it's really important to do the things you love, and you're also contributing to music, and you're contributing to the happiness of other people because they love the music that you do. They buy the album and
Yeah.
they play it, and they get rewarding. You know what I mean?
This
So
is what
it's
we
good.
have to do, you know, giving good vibe to the people,
That's
good
right.
vibration.
We need to do that.
People are very bored and stressed and sad.
A lot of
Normally.
people are, yeah. I
Yeah, a
know.
lot of people, man. And music is very direct.
Yeah.
And so I feel good when people tell me, "Oh, thanks, your music makes me high, makes me happy."
See?
And you know, it's this is what I want.
Yeah.
So the artists, they do art because they think with them art the world becomes better. You know how
Yeah.
crazy we are.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. But you know, I mean, it's so rewarding because when you, and the other thing about music that you don't find in any other artful medium, I don't think, is the communication with other musicians without talking. And you could sit and play with people from Japan, people from India, people from Africa, people from all over the world. And you don't have to talk to them. Because once you put the piano in your hand and you start to play, the communication happens. And it's so important, in my opinion, to do that.
And I've always said music brings people together more than other kinds of things. You know,
That's true.
Maybe sports, but music more so, I'd say, than sports.
Yeah, but
And not everybody likes sports. So
Well, it's not only that, but not everybody plays sports. So, you know, but the people that come together as musicians play music. And that's the connection.
I think the 90% of the people of the planet listen music nearly every day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a way. I mean, a song
it's
can strike a
important.
memory.
Yeah.
It can trigger stuff in you. It's like a smell can trigger a memory. You know, like if you're riding by a freshly cut lawn, that may bring you to your youth or something.
it takes you back. Yeah,
That's
I've had that. That happens all the time.
It happens to you all the time.
Oh yeah. Like I think of like.
Where do you find
Warm.
grass in New York? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Not the kind of snow.
Oh, not that. Not that kind of grass.
I'm talking about
Wrong grass.
I'm talking about grass on your front lawn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're so bad. I set you up.
You're
I'm sorry.
jazz musicians.
I set you up. So we got to say goodnight to your friends in Italy. Go ahead.
Ragazzi, ci vediamo in Italia a settembre che fa più fresco.
He's coming over in September. Okay, we got it.
Yeah,
All right, we want to thank you all for listening every week. Thank you for your support, and thank you for listening to my show, the Frankie Sticks Show, every Wednesday night right here in New York City. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Frankie. Bye,
Thank
bye,
you,
everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Good
Thank
night.
you. And we'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right, cool. Take care. And that means I have to go to a commercial now.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Good night.